February 15th, 2013, from the stylish high-tech underground studios of Ribbit Media in Warwick, Rhode Island, this is NewsUndies. For February 15th, 2013, this is NewsUndies, all the news that shouldn't be news. I'm Paul Torville with these headlines. Grammys! Apparently, that happened. Everybody on the show stole the show. Former Los Angeles policeman Christopher Dorner hoped to clear his name by killing cops. Unconventional plan, but maybe. Ted Nugent at the State of the Union. It matters because he matters. But only as much as there's any importance left, after the Grammys. Snow! It's New England. These things happen. It is what it is. Yankees suck. Arizona! Boyfriend killing! Death penalty! Bam! That's how they do things in Arizona. A bemused John Boehner looks on as President Obama delivers his State of the Union address. British unsure how to define beef. Apparently sick horses fit in there somehow. Cool nuclear-powered SUV on Mars drills holes in rock, tests samples. Never mind. Justin Timberlake, blah, blah, blah. Did I mention the Grammys? Sweeping crane shots, pyrotechnics, and a hologram Hubert Humphrey spice up the otherwise dry scolding of Congress in President Obama's State of the Union address. Breaking undies! Pope Benedict XVI to step down. Young apprentice has not yet been announced. Latest planet hunting. Earth-like planets may be everywhere. Exciting science discoveries. Did I mention the Grammys? Grammy audience amazed by digital dress made of projection screen material. Low-tech. Unimpressed. 42 million people impacted by credit reporting errors. Oh, errors! Sorry. Vatican admits Pope has a pacemaker and has had since before being elevated to Pope. Faith in action. Perhaps he's not as powerful with the Force as we've been led to believe. GOP response to the State of the Union address delivered by Marco Rubio, who, by all accounts, did not seem to be responding to the speech delivered by President Obama and seemed to be remarkably thirsty. North Korea tests third nuke. World says, stop that. CNN reports Arkansas to allow guns in churches. Since God has been kept out of the public schools by the pesky Constitution, hopefully the constitutionally guaranteed right to keep and bear arms will help to reduce shootings in churches. Montana EAS zombie issue. KRTV in Great Falls, Montana had their emergency alert system broken into, and the perpetrators used the system to broadcast a message about dead bodies rising from the grave. Some viewers called into the station worried this might be real. Sadly, no. It's not. Pope Benedict XVI assures us the shield generator will be quite operational when our friends arrive. This past Wednesday, the Catholic festival of Lent began. In many flamboyant but predominantly Catholic cultures, Ash Wednesday, the first day of Lent, is preceded by a full goose bozo party full of booze, rich foods, and eroticism. In New Orleans, Louisiana, they call it Mardi Gras. In Brazil, they call it Carnivale. Why the big party? Because Lent is a giant pain in the ass. Sorry. Supposed to be a period of self-reflection, almsgiving, and self-denial. The self-denial part is usually manifested in the form of giving something up for Lent. Usually a luxury or beloved food item or something like that. The fun and excitement of all that fasting and self-denial comes to a head 40 or so days later with the Holy Week, which draws to a close with Good Friday, Mediocre Saturday, and of course, Candy Day. I mean, Easter, when Peter Cottontail comes out of his warren to look for his shadow. If he finds it, that's another 6 decades of religion-induced societal retardation. That and candy. Nothing conveys the profundity of the Sermon on the Mount like jelly beans and Cadbury cream eggs. And finally, and I do mean finally, we all saw this coming, didn't we? In Las Vegas, Nevada, there's a restaurant which takes the unbounded excesses of Sin City and turns them up to 11. The restaurant is called the Heart Attack Grill. The restaurant's biggest fan, John Alleman, collapsed from a... wait for it... heart attack! Following enjoying a meal at the place. Alleman died as a result of the heart attack. According to the staff at the Heart Attack Grill, Alleman ate at the restaurant every day beginning with its opening in 2011. The burgers are said to contain around 9,000 calories. In fact, the restaurant's slogan is, are you ready for this? A burger to die for. Well, that's nice. Well, that's all for this edition of NewsUndies. If you see news that shouldn't be news, you can submit your story tips online at NewsUndies.com. NewsUndies is a weekly show. We'll be back on Friday, February 22nd with fresh undies. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, ignore us on MySpace, and tell your friends and buy NewsUndies Kitsch. Thanks for watching. Until next time, for all of us here at NewsUndies, I'm Paul Torville. After that, I might be auditioning for Pope. And finally, and I do mean finally, we all saw this coming, didn't we? Almost. That Pope got some mad duds.